Welcome to Beyond Investments with your host, Seth Leishman of Ostro Financial Consultants. Information provided is for illustrative purposes only and does not constitute investment, tax, or legal advice. Information has been obtained from sources that are deemed to be reliable, but its accuracy and completeness are not guaranteed. Neither LPL Financial nor the hosts of this show or accept any liability for the use of the information discussed. Consult with a qualified financial, legal, or tax professional prior to taking any action. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Ostro Financial Consultants, a registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial. Doctors Nathan Payne and Justin Rivera are not affiliated with LPL Financial or Ostro Financial Consultants. And now, Beyond Investments, here's your host, Seth Leishman.
Good morning and welcome to Beyond Investments. I'm your host, Seth Leishman, here on News Talk KNCO, AM 830. Today, I got a special guest in. We do not have Rick Fisher in the house with us today. I have doctors Justin Rivera and Nate Payne here in the office and in our studio here to chat today. Well, Dr. Rivera and Dr. Payne, welcome to the show and welcome to the office here. Happy to have you guys here as guests for the show today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great to be here again. Love doing this.
It's been a while, right?
It has been a while, yeah.
Let's do a little recap history there a little bit. So, you guys came to the area here as you guys are podiatrists, practicing. What we would call that, foot doctors, I guess, is maybe the colloquial term. I mean, I know the fancy term we'll call them. You're called podiatrists, but
we are foot and ankle specialists.
And ankle specialists.
It's interesting. A lot of people mix this up with pediatricians,
right?
And so they're always asking about, what kind of ailments do you treat with kids? And we have to correct them.
Yes.
We have to correct them. But
it's all
good. It's all good.
Everything below the knee.
All ages. All ages.
All ages.
And all ages. Yes, exactly. That's right. So Valley. So your practice is now called Valley Foot and Ankle Specialists.
Yep. So we've been practicing for a year and a half now here in Grass Valley.
Absolutely.
And it has been awesome.
Yeah.
All around, the patients are fantastic. We love serving them.
Yeah.
To, all the doctors in the area. I mean, we live in such an awesome little bubble here in Grass Valley. That's what Grass Valley is. It's a bubble.
It kind of is.
You can find whatever you need for the most part here, and you get great service, great treatment, and I love it here. It's been fantastic.
Definitely a feeling of community,
Oh, absolutely.
Just people look out for each other. People care about each other. Very refreshing to have that sort of, feeling of friendship and
absolutely.
And everybody knows each other somehow.
Yes. There's a lot of interconnectivity in the community.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Which is great. It's awesome. And of course, we've got a couple of a lot of transplants. There's a lot of people move up to this area looking to get out of whether it be the Bay Area, whether they're looking to get out of the LA basin. So we've got a fellow, although Rick Fisher is not here to back you up, diehard Dodgers fan in Dr. Rivera.
And we're gonna repeat this year.
Okay.
And I'm sure Rick will back me up on that.
He's absolutely gung-ho. Absolutely.
Dr. Rivera is very excited about the lineup. He's very excited about the prospects.
What I'm most excited about is wearing Dodger blue in San Francisco.
There we go.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah, we're planning a little trip out to see the game.
Oh, it'll be it's going to be a good one. That's for sure. I'm sure the Dodgers will put a pretty big hurt on the Giants. The Giants are not looking very good this year, but that's okay. And Dr. Payne, a Utah Jazz fan.
I am a Utah Jazz fan, and
long time.
Very. I actually named my boy Stockton after the great John Stockton.
Great point guard.
Yeah.
One of the greatest of all time.
Honest, that shows my loyalty right there.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
Definitely does. I think so.
They're having a great year this year.
Yes.
I'm super excited.
New owner?
new owner, and I question their depth. I don't know whether or not they have as deep of a team to make a deep playoff run.
Right.
Dr. Rivera and I, we're at odds on this one. He's a Lakers fan. He's got all these, LeBron James, and
that's right. That's right.
That's the only contention in the office, really.
Right. There you go.
That's true.
That's right. I love it. So, besides your sports affiliation and fandom, being up here for the last year and a half, you've been able to be in the hospital, Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital, which is a mainstay here in this area. We're really lucky and blessed to have such a fantastic hospital for a rural and small community. For what the hospital offers in this area is oftentimes something that's very difficult to offer and provide in terms of service. In such a small, kind of close-knit community like this. Both of you spend a significant amount of time, in the hospital, seeing patients, surgery where necessary, where treatment might need that or facilitate that. How's been your experience within the hospital?
Oh man, I love Sierra Nevada. So in my residency training, we had kind of a wide variety of hospitals that we dealt with. I worked a lot in a level 1 trauma center. And then I worked in a hospital very similar to Sierra Nevada, and this is out in Ohio. And what I can tell you is the staff there is fantastic. The hospitalists are top-notch. I love working with those guys. All the surgeons that work there are very, very knowledgeable and very capable. One of the things that we sometimes hear with patients is they have concern about going to Sierra Nevada versus going down the hill and going to Roseville or something. And I have, me personally, I have no hesitation going to this hospital. You're going to get great care. You're going to be taken care of by great doctors. The nursing staff is fantastic. Just all around, you can't find a terrible person in that hospital. Everybody is very friendly, and they work with you, and they love what they do. I love working there, whether it's inpatients, whether it's outpatient surgery, whatever it is. My experience has been great.
Yeah.
Mine as well. I mean, everyone from, the chief medical officer and down, very personable. Walking around the halls, talking to people, it's great. Just really solid team effort. All the way across the board. I mean, everyone's willing to pitch in and do whatever needs to happen. Yeah, whatever's necessary to just make these patients have a enjoyable stay as fun as a hospital stay could be.
The emergency staff too.
As enjoyable.
The fantastic emergency staff.
Yes.
So if you ever have an issue, all the doctors there. Oh, I love working with the emergency doctors, with the nurses in emergency, just all around. I don't have a department that I don't like. Everybody's great.
Now with the hospital here, and you guys being local, now how does you are on call? You rotate and share. So if somebody were to go into the hospital through the emergency room, right, at say 2:00 in the morning with a major foot injury, one of you is going to be getting that call and waking up at 2 a.m, heading in, aren't you?
And you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
That's right.
But we're happy to help.
Yeah.
In any way possible. Absolutely. And you get just as good a care at that time as going in at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. to whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's what we signed up for,
Yeah, absolutely.
You knew it going into it.
They don't really tell you that you're first year of medical school, but you kind of take your lumps and
part of the deal.
Those 2 a.m. calls, they happen. Do they happen all the time? No, but we're ready and willing to help whenever we need to. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's chat a little bit. I'd love to talk a little bit more about some of the things that happen in office. Right. So your office is located right here in Grass Valley. You're right over by the hospital on Margaret Lane, right?
Yeah, right next to ANA Physical Therapy. Another great place to go to. All the physical therapists here are great, but I love working with Walt Abbey a lot. He's a great guy. Absolutely.
No, there's a lot of great physical therapy, and that's needed. Coming out of whether it be an injury or something like that. But So you're right there on Margaret Lane, and it's brand new. It's a new office in the sense of, you guys a year and a half ago really put it all together. You got the latest equipment and diagnostic information. You've got a state-of-the-art X-ray, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about your office, and let's also chat about, I'd love to hear more about kind of what are the types of things that patients should be reaching out to you to be coming in for an in-office visit. What are they looking for? What are those types of ailments or issues that they should be coming in office to see you guys for?
Yeah, we get a lot of compliments from the patients about our office.
Yeah.
It's a very nice office, well lit. I think we paid attention to detail and, tried to make it as pleasant of an experience as it could be for patients to come in, and we want them to feel it at home per se, you know, so that they can enjoy their stay. Nice big comfortable chairs, and we just try to make it as pleasant of an experience as we can.
I'd say that's the biggest thing that people say when they come in. They want to take our chairs home.
Right.
once you put the back back and the legs up, they get real comfortable real quick.
I've had a few patients that are like, "Where can I get one of these?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Could just get a lazy boy, but
that's right. Yeah, but the X-ray. I mean, the X-ray is right there in the office, and it's obviously nice to have that conveniently there, and
brand new, not 30 years old or anything like that. You got a brand new digital X-ray.
It's all digital, so we take those images, and I'll even kind of peek over at the computer screen as we're taking images. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I see what's going on."
Yeah,
and patients are like, "Oh my gosh, you can already see."
Yeah, absolutely.
and what I really like to do, I'm sure Dr. Rivera does the same, is we get the patients right there next to the computer, and we go over the images together right after we take them.
Yeah,
so that they know what's going on, and we talk treatment and right there, so that they have a good understanding of what they need. And if they want to print out of their X-ray, we have no problem doing that, and and sending them home with a clear understanding of what we're going to be doing for them.
Yeah, of what's there.
I think the big thing too, like, we could have the latest and greatest, but when people walk in, I think our whole goal is to put patients' mind at ease, make them feel comfortable where they are, make them feel like they're at home. They're part of the Valley Foot and Ankle Specialist family. And I feel like we do a good job of that. People get comfortable, and this, especially, when you get those kids that come in with the ingrown toenails.
Yeah.
They're so nervous about getting that shot to numb of the toe.
Yep.
And our main goal is just put their mind at ease, get them through that one little spot that, it's not fun.
Not fun. It's a little
once
uncomfortable.
They get past it, we're good.
Dr. Rivera and I, we're kind of goofballs. We
sure.
relate to these young kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I mean, nobody likes going to the doctors, especially with a guy named Dr. Payne. But
right.
But that's okay. We roll with it, and we try to make it. Crack a few jokes.
As pleasant as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So ingrown toenails is one of the things, whether it be young kids. Mm-hmm. Older. What are some other things that are some common things that ailments that, especially I'm thinking of those things that people deal with on a daily basis that they think are normal, kind of maybe even aging processes, but they really should be coming in to see you?
A lot of heel pain.
Okay.
I'd say that's the biggest thing. Getting that first step pain out of bed in the morning.
Yes.
A lot of people just try and shake it off, and what you notice is sometimes it just doesn't go away.
It just doesn't come out. Yeah.
So we see a lot of heel pain, and we go through a lot of different options for that. And the nice thing is, conservative treatment is usually the mainstay of heel pain.
Yeah.
So we can take care of it with, some different therapies and things like that.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of arch pain or ankle pain on the inside of your ankle, associated with flat feet.
Yeah.
Along there, some tendinitis as well. Some Achilles tendinitis, some peroneal tendinitis, posterior tibial tendinitis. That's
which represents itself how? How does a patient recognize that kind of an ailment? Is it pain? Is it tightness? How are some of these things manifested that they could be coming in to see you for treatment?
That's a good question. I mean, every patient's a little bit different. I mean, sometimes it's just the dull, achy, something doesn't feel quite right on the side of their foot or in their arch, or sometimes it's sharp and shooting. It kind of just depends on how active the person is and what's really kind of driving the pain. I mean, if they're active and they're running and stuff like that, you can get some tendonitis and it can be sharp and shooting. If a patient's less active, sometimes it's just this dull kind of aching pain that just doesn't kind of resolve itself.
Just doesn't seem to go away after a while, even after a while. Oh, yeah. Interesting. So we've got it, some ingrown toenail, ankle pain. What are, when you think about our elder population, say over 55, what are some of the things that they're experiencing that you've been able to help and improve their quality of life with?
Arthritis.
Yeah.
Everybody gets, deals with arthritis somewhere in their body.
Yeah.
And a lot of people deal with arthritis in their foot. And there are a lot of options out there, surgical, non-surgical. And basically our goal is to figure out where you would best be treated. Are you a surgical candidate? Would you do better with surgery? Or would you do better with non-surgical treatment, some kind of bracings, injections, things along those lines? And that's kind of what our goal is. When you come into our office, we're not looking at the patient as a surgical patient right off the bat. We're looking at how can we best serve this patient? How can we best treat them in the way that's going to keep them at the activity level that they want to be?
Well, let's go to break. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and talk more about some of podiatry issues and some of the things that Doctors Payne and Doctors Rivera here at Valley Foot and Ankle Specialists right here in Grass Valley are able to provide. You're listening to Beyond Investments right here on News Talk AM 830.
Doctors Nathan Payne and Justin Rivera are not affiliated with LPL Financial or Ostro Financial Consultants.
Welcome back. You're listening to Beyond Investments right here on News Talk KNCO AM 830. My guest today on the show, Doctors Payne and Doctors Rivera from Valley Foot and Ankle Specialists right here in Grass Valley. Happy to have you guys here. We've been talking a lot about various treatments, what it means, what's foot, general foot health and different things you guys do in the office. Right off of Margaret. You guys are right on Margaret Lane, right near the hospital. So those patients that that you need to go see at the hospital, you're just right there.
Or if you're at your primary care, we're probably a stone's throw away.
Probably a stone's throw away right there. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Let's chat a little bit about some of the things that you guys offer in terms of, insurances and all the things that go on within your office in terms of appointments. What do you guys accept, and how quickly can someone come in and be able to get in and see you?
Well, we accept all major insurances. Especially we see a lot of Medicare patients, Medi-Cal in the area as well.
Absolutely, Medi-Cal and Medicare, as well as other major private insurances, whether it be Blue Shield or whoever else, right?
Yeah.
Great.
If generally speaking, if you have it in this area and most doctors take it, then we probably do too.
Okay,
yeah.
Great.
Hills Physicians is a big one, and UHC, that's another large one. But yeah, all major insurances are accepted.
Great.
And we offer cash services as well. So I mean, if you don't have insurance but need some sort of service, definitely give us a call. We definitely work with patients to treat them. It's more important to us that you get the treatment that you need.
Yeah.
So that you get on top of that problem before it becomes something worse.
Yeah.
I would say, generally speaking, we can get you in within 24 hours. And we also, if there's time available, if you need to be seen, we'll fit you in.
We'll get you. Yeah, you'll get them in.
Yeah. We'll definitely get you in. Absolutely.
That's a unique thing, because it seems like oftentimes especially with a lot of specialists, right? In particular, I've noticed over the years is you want to get in to see a specialist. It's usually several weeks, if not even longer, out to get an appointment sometimes. But you guys really want to take care of patients and really get and really stay open and be able to get in and being able to see patients and whether it be we'll squeeze you in, we'll stay late, whatever it might be. You guys are really open and wanting to make sure people receive care.
It's because we're still young.
Yes.
We're still young and we're still go-getters,
Right. Yes.
Got the eye of the tiger.
Absolutely.
Well, one thing I noticed too is people tend to think that it's hard to get in to see a specialist.
Yeah.
If you see your primary care with regularity and you need a referral, if you give the office a call of your primary care, a lot of times they'll send a referral over fairly easily and you can get in.
Yeah.
If you're not seeing a primary care regularly, well, then they're going to want to establish care, and then they'll send the referral in.
Right.
And so that's one of the benefits of seeing your doctor regularly is if you need specialized care and they know who you are, they'll get you in.
And they'll
send it over.
Yeah, and we got a great front staff. I mean, we get the fax in, we clear out our fax line, make sure that all our referrals are called and scheduled as soon as possible, and that we touch base quickly so that sometimes patients are like, oh, I just saw my primary care today, and you're already calling to get scheduled. So we're on top of it, and we try to be that way. It's a good way to be with patients because we want that sort of service provided.
Well, when your foot hurts, you want to be seen.
Yeah. it's if you're not moving around at the activity level and moving around doing the things you want to do, it's pretty darn noticeable.
Absolutely.
Especially if you've got
kind
pain.
of interesting. I've often used the analogy of a car breaking down or a car making a noise, and then you take it into the mechanic after a couple weeks, and then you can't get it to make the noise.
Right.
We want to see it when it's a problem, like where it's hurting, why it's hurting, and we want to be able to resolve it so that it doesn't come back. So we want to get you in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As someone ages, what are some of the things that they should be coming in, and how often should they be seeing you guys as podiatrists to continue to have that activity level? So as you go into, I think of population as they get close to retirement, they want to be doing they want to travel and they want to see grandkids and they want to do these things, but being able to move physically, and have good movement in their feet is going to be super important. How often should they be coming in to see, and what are the types of things that you're helping treat to keep them moving in their 60s and 70s and even 80s?
Each patient is individual, but the one thing that the benefit of seeing a podiatrist regularly is we are able to pick up on things that you don't really notice too much.
Yeah.
Blood flow to the lower extremities, that becomes compromised in a lot of people. And, that's part of our general workup. We're going to feel your pulses, make sure you have something there.
Yeah.
If you don't, we address that. Is there some kind of blockage? Is there some kind of blood flow issue? Because you'd be surprised at how often that is the issue, and that's what's holding you back. And it isn't necessarily, blood flow to the lower extremity isn't necessarily a podiatry issue, but it's one of those things that we pick on fairly quickly and head you in the right direction.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at how often blood flow causes, or lack of blood flow causes wounds, which really hamper your plans for the future, keep you off of your foot, keep you from going on vacation, keep you from doing the things that you want to do, going hiking and things like that.
Yeah.
We can help you with that, and we can keep you moving.
Love it.
We also deal with a lot of neurological issues. It's not uncommon for people to have neuropathy. That's kind of a term that I like to describe as altered sensation, or the nerves not functioning the way that they should. And sometimes that's an age-related problem where just as we get older, these nerves that are furthest away from our spinal cord and our brain, they start to kind of malfunction. We have various conservative treatment options to address that, and when we need to send you to a neurologist or a sports medicine doctor that may be able to provide other additional treatment options for you, we're more than willing to do that and kind of get a team approach to treating some of those nerve conditions.
Yeah. When you think about that, the feet, our feet are so important in daily life. I think sometimes a lot of people take some of that foot health for granted when they're healthy until we start to feel pain or we lose some mobility. We kind of take that for granted, don't we?
Yeah. People say, man, how did you become a foot doctor? And I say, well, people don't realize how important their feet are until they start to go bad or hurt.
Yeah.
And then you lose that independence, you lose that mobility, and you're right. I think people generally don't realize how important they are until something goes wrong. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
sometimes you also need someone to tell you to slow down.
Right.
You know, as you get older, things don't recover as quick as they should. Our mind tells us we're a certain age.
That's right.
Our body tells us we're a different age.
Yes.
And so our goal is to get you back to where you feel like you should be.
That's right.
But also at the same time to give you kind of hope and try and get you to be patient with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you're 20, you sprain your ankle, you pop right back up, you tape it up, and you go run another 15 miles.
Yeah.
Whereas at 65, 70, you're not really jumping up as quickly.
Yeah.
But we can get you there.
Yeah.
If you work with us and you listen to us, and we'll get you where you need to go.
That's right.
We manage expectations. Manage expectations.
Got to manage expectations. Absolutely. Well, guys, how do patients get a hold of you?
You can call us. We have a new phone number, 530-270-0101. And you will get in contact with one of us. We'll get you on our schedule and we'll get you in.
That's fantastic. So it's 530-270-0101.
Yep.
Easy one to remember. It's not too. That's an easy one to remember.
Located there at 104 Margaret Lane, Suite A.
You can also visit us at valleyfootdocs.com. You'll get a little information on Dr. Payne and myself.
All right.
And a new thing, if you really want to see me outside of work, I'm one of the new wrestling coaches at the high school.
That's fantastic.
We'll see if we have a season this year, but I've been to some practices. It's been fantastic. I love working out with those kids.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till the day when we hit the mats again.
All right. All right.
He's super excited about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, guys, really appreciate you coming on the show today and taking the time to chat with me and to let listeners know kind of what's going on and what you guys are doing and what's available, and encourage all listeners, hey, go to their website, valleyfootdocs.com, or give them a call and get in and see them. And as always, also any listener that's missed part of this show, if you'd like to stream it, you can go to our website at astrofinancial.com, click on the news link there, and you can stream or download this show. And as always, if you'd like to learn more about what we do, give us a call at 273-4425 and come experience the difference when you think beyond investments.
Information provided is for illustrative purposes only and does not constitute investment, tax, or legal advice. Information has been obtained from sources that are deemed to be reliable, but its accuracy and completeness are not guaranteed. Neither LPL Financial nor the hosts of this show or accept any liability for the use of the information discussed. Consult with a qualified financial, legal, or tax professional prior to taking any action. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Ostro Financial Consultants, a registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.